If you've kept your ear to the ground in the plug-in vehicle world, I'm sure you're aware that BMW is eagerly pushing itself towards a plug-in and all-electric future for its automotive business, promising a massive expansion in plug-in models across the BMW and Mini brands in the coming few years. Switching away from using its I brand as the main home of all-electric models, BMW will begin production of its all-electric iX3 crossover in 2020. The first mass-produced electric car to be sold under the mainstream BMW badge, the iX3 was unveiled in concept form at the recent Beijing Auto Show and will initially be produced in collaboration with BMW's Chinese partner, Brilliance Automotive, at the partnership's joint production facility in Dadong, Shenyang. In total, BMW says it will produce 25 new electrified models in the next 7 years, split between pure electric models and plug-in hybrids. The electric models, which include a variety of iX prefixed crossovers and I prefixed sedans, fitted with what BMW will call eDrive drivetrains, will all be long-range electric cars, with BMW promising real-world ranges of between 350 and 435 miles, 560 to 700 kilometers per charge. Meanwhile, its plug-in hybrids will likely offer increasing range with each subsequent model revision as fuel economy targets and customer demand for longer range in EV mode increases. But as anyone who knows the automotive industry will tell you, bringing a massive number of new cars to market in short order costs a lot of money, both in terms of development and plant upgrading. Indeed, with every new model an automaker brings to market, there's always some retooling associated at the production facility in question, as well as staff training to ensure that production line operators know how to correctly build the new vehicle. The fact is true of any new car, regardless of its drivetrain, but with its factories currently geared towards internal combustion engine vehicles, BMW is facing a massive change in how it makes its cars, as well as a completely different set of challenges when it comes to how its facilities operate. In some ways, it's harder for an automaker like BMW to make the switch to electric than it would be for a new car company to start with a completely blank sheet, but BMW has a plan and it's just shared it with the world. First up, BMW says it's busy working on 2 brand new vehicle platforms that it will use as the basis for its entire range of vehicles moving forwards. This modular design philosophy to vehicle platforms, already seen being implemented by Kia, Hyundai, Volvo and Volkswagen, among others, is one that BMW says will make it possible to build vehicles that can accommodate internal combustion, hybrid, plug-in hybrid and all-electric power plants without any expensive re-engineering. I should note too that we're not talking about BMW taking an internal combustion engine vehicle design and then shoehorning battery packs in. We're talking about designing a vehicle platform that can accommodate a large battery pack without impacting on load carrying or cabin space, one which is without compromise, regardless of its drivetrain. At the same time, BMW says these new platforms will make it possible for it to produce electric, plug-in hybrid and internal combustion engine vehicles at the same time on the same production line, one after another. Why is BMW doing all of this instead of going all electric and kicking suck, squeeze, bang, blow to the curb? Well, it's a way of hedging its bets. While I think BMW is genuine about its interest in making all-electric vehicles its mainstay in short order, it also seems a little unsure just how customers will respond and thus is working to design a system that allows it to transition smoothly from one fuel type to another over time. It's also a smart move from a production standpoint. In 2016, BMW produced just over 2.3 million vehicles worldwide. If it switched all of those vehicles to battery electric vehicles overnight, the financial investment required to make that happen would be mind-blowingly massive. Not to mention the impact such a switch would have on terms of raw materials for lithium-ion battery packs globally. Talking of batteries, BMW will be producing its own lithium-ion cells in-house, with battery production planned at 3 facilities around the world. Not only does this help keep transportation costs down, shipping lithium-ion batteries is expensive, but it also means that it can react more quickly to changes in demand for electric vehicles in different markets. And in order to ensure that the cobalt it uses is ethically sourced, BMW is working with a software company to use blockchain technology to track all of the cobalt it uses in its plug-in vehicles. Over time, I'm guessing BMW will scale back its internal combustion engine production and ramp up its battery production instead, perhaps even producing new battery-only platforms. For now, however, BMW says these 2 new platforms for all of its vehicles and drivetrains will save it a massive amount of money and minimise the number of changes it will need at its production facilities. Paint and body panel stamping will require little modification, it says, but the actual production line will require a few changes in the order into which parts are installed in order to facilitate the installation of whichever drivetrain a customer chooses. 10 plants around the world will soon start the transition process, modifying their production lines in preparedness for producing these new vehicles, and once those existing facilities are churning out plug-in vehicles in just 2 years' time, I'm guessing BMW will switch more facilities over to this model. It is very different to watching Tesla build its electric vehicle production lines from scratch, but the result will hopefully be the same: more electric vehicles and lower sticker prices for all of those vehicles as economies of scale kick in. That's it. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time.